We're talking rough idling, lousy gas mileage, that dreaded check engine light, you name it. So we're going to go through all the telltale signs of a failing map sensor so you can diagnose it yourself and save some hard-earned cash. Okay, let's go. First things first, let's talk about rough idling. When you start your car and it sounds like it's about to shake itself apart, a bad map sensor can really mess with your engine's idle. The map sensor tells the computer how much air is coming into the engine, and based on that, the computer figures out how much fuel to inject. If your car's idling like a washing machine on spin cycle, that map sensor might be the culprit. Now, let's talk about something that really hits your wallet: bad fuel economy. If you're filling up your tank more often than usual, a faulty map sensor could be to blame. When your engine's getting too much fuel, it's like pouring money down the drain. If your fuel economy suddenly takes a nosedive, it's time to investigate that map sensor. Alright, this one's a no-brainer, but I gotta mention it. That check engine light is like your car's cry for help, sometimes screaming about a bad map sensor. Ignoring a check engine light is like ignoring a toothache. It's only gonna get worse. Get your car to a mechanic, or better yet, learn to diagnose it yourself. For those of you who live in places with emissions testing, listen up. A bad map sensor can cause your car to fail its emissions test. The map sensor plays a crucial role in making sure your engine burns fuel efficiently. If you fail that emissions test, it could be something as simple as a faulty map sensor. Ever feel like you're riding a bucking bronco when you're just trying to cruise down the street? That could be an engine misfire. A bad map sensor can cause those too. If it's sending the wrong information, the engine can end up with too much or too little fuel in the combustion chamber. When that happens, you get a misfire, a little explosion that throws everything off. So, if your car's jerking and sputtering, it could be a sign of a bigger problem. If you feel like your car's lost its get up and go, like it's dragging an anchor when you hit the gas, a faulty map sensor could be the culprit. When the map sensor isn't working right, the engine doesn't get the right air-fuel mixture for optimal performance. It's like trying to run a race with your shoelaces tied together. You're not going to win anytime soon. If your car's acceleration is sluggish, it could be a simple fix like replacing that map sensor. Last but not least, let's talk about hard starting. You turn the key, and instead of a healthy roar, you get a pathetic groan. A bad map sensor can cause starting problems too. The map sensor helps the engine figure out the right air-fuel mixture for a cold start. If you're tired of playing games with your ignition, it's time to take a look at that map sensor. So there you have it, folks. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it might be time to check your map sensor. It's a relatively easy and inexpensive fix, especially if you do it yourself. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your car, the better equipped you are to keep it running smoothly without breaking the bank.